Hey, what's going on, everyone? Let me push this back a little bit. All right, hey, this is Mike Kollin again, and this is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. This is going to be a shorter video, should be anyways, and it is an interesting fact about the difference between cats and dogs, and it kind of gives you, I'll relate it to men and women in a second, okay? So, all right, I'm going to ask you a question. Real simple. What does it mean when a dog wags its tail? So let's say you're walking down the street or the park and there's a dog there and it stops and looks at you and then it checks you out and then it wags its tail. What does that mean? That means it's happy. That means you can approach it. That means it's comfortable with you and it's in a good mood and you can pet it. All right. Basically, it's happy and it's saying I like you or I'm interested or it also means let's play. Like, have you ever seen like dogs get around cats or get around other dogs, they start wagging their tail, they get all excited. It means they're happy to really happy depending on how fast it's going, okay? Which is kind of funny. Now, here's the deal. Cats, well, let me ask you the question, okay? So, what does it mean when a cat wags its tail back and forth? It means it's going to kick your ass. And it doesn't like wag it like a dog, because obviously it's also not quite, it's a little stiffer, but when it's going like this, it flicks it and it kind of goes back and forth like that. It means it's about to attack you. It means it's going to kill a mouse or it's about to fight you. It's a warning sign saying back the freak off. I am pissed and I don't like you and I'm about to hurt you bad. All right, and they may not even go growling around. A lot of times just be flicking it back and forth. And a lot of people, a lot of men especially, this is the funny part. I've noticed over the years, I grew up, my aunt had a lot of cats, and we lived with her for a few years. Not a lot of cats, like 5 cats. Or 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think 5 cats. No, actually 6 cats. There was one that was really kind of, and that was the one cat that would just flick its tail back and forth. And I always go to pet it. My aunt's like, no, it's pissed off. Don't pet it. And I'm like, it's wagging its tail. And she's like, they're not like dogs. So I've noticed over the years, now my aunt obviously because she raised cats, but I've noticed women in general generally tend to know that, which kind of blows my mind because as a guy, I didn't know that. And I find, as I ask this question to my clients, they're like, no shit. Yeah, I always did that. And I could never tell if a cat was mad or not, but I just assumed those wag its tail and say, bite me or scratch me around, There's a reason why I'm sharing this story. Women are, I don't want to say exactly. Just let me speak freely for fun. Let me have fun in these videos, okay? We can correct them at the seminars and workshops. Because again, these are only 3 to 5 minute, 7-minute videos max. Women are exactly like cats. Men are like dogs. When they start wagging their tail, they're just saying, hi, how are you? They're good. They're in a freaking good mood, okay? But a woman is like a cat. And a lot of guys, they can't, this is my point. They can't read their body language. They have no freaking clue. And I've got another video that I made yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. An older client of mine, not old, but from a while back, came back because, well, he didn't listen to my advice. He didn't practice this stuff. He didn't do all the techniques to learn how to open up and be aware and notice the female body language and tonality. And someone dropped the ball on him, and he's sad. You'll see the video. I might even include it in the series just because it's helpful. He didn't listen to me is what happened. So here's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Women are like cats. And as he said in the video, he goes, yeah. And he goes, it's kind of like after taking a course. He goes, it's like taking the test and you have the answers in your hand. It's right there. You know what the answers are. That's what it's like when you take my test or take my course. All of a sudden you can look at a woman like, oh, she's saying back off, or oh, she's in a really bad mood, or oh, she's kind of sad, or oh no, that she's saying, when we get to that video, and you know what, I'm going to put it in this series, I'm going to actually record it. It's the way women do something, and they're opening the door, but to most men, they're saying no, back. Most men think they're saying don't approach, but they're actually, see, here's my point of these last 2 videos. When a dog does something, men understand it. When a cat does it, men are like, what's going on? In other words, cats are the opposite of dogs, and men and women are the same way. Our body language, our tonality, is so different, so opposite that men are like, I don't know, what she wants or what. And what my client basically said was, He goes, it's like, most men try to approach women and they don't know what her body language is saying. He doesn't know if she's having fun, if she's saying yes, if she's teasing him. And he goes, no wonder why men get so nervous around women, because they don't know. This is what he said. Because, the thing about you is you're so confident around women. I go, it's not that I'm confident. It said, I see it. I understand the cat's flicking its tail. Back off. Leave it alone. Give it time. Right? And et cetera. So I think I'm going to leave it at that, because I'm looking at my notes right here. I'm actually going to talk about what we talked about. Oh no, there was one other thing I was going to throw in here. Let me stop this video. I'm going to try to gather my thoughts. Oh yes, I remember. Okay. Here, about the men are like dogs, women are like cats. When a dog wags its tail, it says approach. When the cat flicks its thing, back off. I'm pissed off. Good example, and I've made a video or two about this, but in depth. This is just a little sliver of it. I was at the bookstore in the relationship section looking at books, and there was a girl that said, hey, why are you in this section? I'm like, well, I'm a dating relationship coach. That's what I do. She goes, oh, okay, like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I specialize in a different form of what's in my experience. I haven't found anyone that's teaching what I'm teaching. And I say I teach, men how to communicate better with women, the internal language, mentally stimulating, emotionally fulfilling. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah. I teach men how to open up the right brain, blah, blah. And so she's like, well, like, what do you mean? Like, well, men and women have different body language, and men have no clue. Men are direct, women are indirect. She goes, well, what do you mean? Like, well, have you ever said A, but you really meant B? She goes, yeah, all the time, of course. Like, what do you mean? She goes, you mean men don't do that? I'm like, well, have you ever said something to him and you're pretty pissed off and he didn't get it? He didn't pick up on it? He didn't see what you meant or understood you? She goes, oh, all the time. Like, he's a freaking idiot. I hear this from women all the time. And ladies, men aren't idiots. We're just wired differently. And guys, you're not an idiot. But you're an idiot if you've been watching these freaking videos and you don't come in and take this freaking course. Because teaching you how to process in this way, with the language and with a pattern, it takes work. I couldn't do it in 10-hour videos if I wanted to. Because I got to see where you're at, and I help guide you through this whole loop thing, okay? And she goes, oh yeah, this happened recently. And she goes, hey, come here. This guy, teaches communication. He goes, oh, I don't need that. I'm really good at English. And she goes, oh my God, that's not what I'm talking about. Not proper English. And he goes, what do you mean? And so I tried to explain the double picture says A, but you mean B. And he goes, well, what do you mean? I'm like, well, she ever got mad at you? Like she said yes, and then when you came back, she was all pissed off and couldn't believe you actually did it. He goes, yeah, all the time. She'll say, yeah, it's absolutely okay. And she gets mad and yells at me and hits me on the arm, and I can't believe you're an idiot. And he goes, I went to a concert and I asked her, can I go? And she said, yeah. She goes, no, I didn't. He goes, yes, you did. You said you could go, or I could go. She goes, no. I said, sure, if you want to. So she literally did this. She crosses her arm. That's one sign that says, hell no. She turned away, which is another barrier, saying absolutely not. And then her head went like this. But her words were saying, sure, as her head and body were saying. This is how she did it. And listen to the tone, because so you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's the tone. Sure, if you want to. And then there's the question, if you want to. That's 5 signs saying no, 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 absolutely no, hell no. And I said that to him, and he goes, what? And she goes, see, he understands. And he goes, you guys are crazy. And he walked away, which is a typical male response. Here's the cool thing, guys. When you actually learn this and begin to see this, it is going to open you up to an entire brand new world, a brand new way of thinking. It broadens your communication spectrum, your body language spectrum, and all of a sudden, you can actually walk into a room, whether it's a business party, social party, coffee place, and actually talk to women and actually understand what the hell they're talking about. A lot of women know you don't understand, but you don't know you don't realize you don't understand. So they just kind of play like, oh yeah, like this idiot doesn't have a freaking clue what I'm saying. I'm saying A, but I really mean B. And they do this constantly throughout the conversation. No, ladies, I'm not saying you do it all the time, but you do it a lot. Hey, this is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. If you want to save your marriage, you really need to get in here and take this course. I'm dead serious. If you want to meet that special girl, you got to get in here too. And ladies, we have courses for you to help you better understand what's missing in relationships and how to fix it. Hey, this is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Buy my book, Crack the Female Code, at CrackTheFemaleCode.com. And click subscribe, okay? Well, I'll put a button up here too. Put it right here. All right, see you soon.